Hiya folks, I'm Grim and welcome to Grim Grooves. Today we'll be checking out some more Kai. I figured out the name. Pato ta na kako is the name, I believe. And this is supposed to be Japanese inspired, almost like J-pop, but done by a bunch of Swedish people from Finland. Swedish speaking people from Finland. It's crazy, but I'm into it. So let's check it out. But make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you can see all the new stuff I've got coming on my channel. I've got plenty more to do from Kai and so many other groups on top of that. So come along, won't you? And if you'd like to support me, you can request something through my Patreon on tier 2. Or you can just support me in the comments or whatever. Even watching my stuff, I'm thankful to all of you for supporting me. But without further ado, let's check out KAJpop with Pato ta na kako. Let's see what it's all about. This is interesting.
Må bara släkt in på kalas. Jag vet över så jag och tittna på hela den. Då jag kom dit så hade hon lagt tjus upp där på ett fat. Fastän hon är 70 är hon allt annat än lat. Eva pajar överallt. Eva sutt och Eva sär. Och ta fram sekreteraren måste ta. Hej Eva tia du har.
This is so ridiculous. I mean, I knew it would be because Kai just typically, or from what I've seen, of course, from the other video, they're just very comedic and stuff. I'm just going to see if there's actually, no, just auto-translated. Oh well, I mean, you don't really need to know the lyrics to enjoy the music. The melodies are fantastic. Like, it's very 80s sounding. Like, just the kind of synth melody that we have going on here, it sounds very 80s, very reminiscent of 80s music. But I can definitely see the Japanese influence as well. Like, their vocals are fantastic. They each have such incredible vocals. Like, just such great vocal ranges and stuff like that. And the music is also fantastic. And I love just how silly they are overall. Like, it's just so ridiculous. But it's awesome to see. So that chorus was really interesting. I mean, having each synth beat also come along with a kind of percussion beat, it was, again, very 80s, but it also had like an anime theme vibe to it. Like, watching an anime, you could hear a music like that in the opening theme to an anime a lot of the time, and they definitely nailed the J-pop feel to it. It's so interesting that this group from Finland just happened to be able to recreate this kind of feel. And even just like the over-the-top caricatures of that they're playing right now is also very anime. Like, it lends itself very well to that style, and they've just absolutely nailed it. Like, it's just really interesting to see. So cool. Oh. There's also like a background bassy synth melody going on here too that I didn't notice the first time, but it's really, really interesting. Like, the layers of these different synth melodies are really solid, and it definitely gives that 80s vibe very strongly. Like, there's plenty of 80s music that kind of has this kind of feel to it. Like, look at Huey Lewis in the News and like The Power of Love. It has a very similar kind of like synth back track, but it's really interesting alongside these fantastic Swedish vocals, I believe. I don't think it's Finnish. I believe they speak in Swedish, you guys were saying, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But it's still really interesting. I mean, I've never seen something like this for sure. Like, in my life, I've listened to tons of music, hundreds of thousands of songs probably at this point. I've never heard anything like this, but it's so interesting.
Kom nu alla bonbon, vi ska äta. Så du suar i det, fler och fler så står hon och ropar mig, mig, mig. Efter 100 liter bulladeg. Känner pappa sen lite seg. Men vad är det nu som god begär? Han lägger dubbla speeden på facemaken. See you later. Defibrillator. Musikketano mastuta ebatia ska ni ha mig där stopp 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 men fan motar och tittar upp.
I always love comedy music like this, that it's not just a comedy song. Obviously it's very jokey, like you can see the video, it's very silly, but you could play this on its own and just vibe to the fantastic melodies and stuff like that. Like, their voices are all like excellent. They have fantastic singing voices, and it lends itself really well with this kind of synth melody we have going on here. I mean, so many different interesting synth melodies, but it's all so catchy. Like, I can like, it's repeating in my head right now, even though I just listened to it, just because of how catchy it is and how well done it is. Like, I just love comedic artists like this that also just make fantastic music, and KAJ is definitely one of those groups. It's so cool. Like, before, in that kind of dubstep breakdown section, they could have used kind of heavy crunchy synth melodies as dubstep, as people typically do, but instead they chose to use their voices as the kind of dubstep beats, which is again really interesting choice, but it's very lends itself to that comedic vibe that they have got going on, and it also just sounded incredible on top of that. Oh, they popped. Wow. The video was so good too. I haven't really mentioned it, but like, it was so cool. Like, just a small, like, old family, like old people running like in their living room or their kitchen and stuff like that. It's really interesting and has that kind of like home feel, even though I'm not from the country and stuff like that. It kind of has that feel for everyone, I think. And then the silliness ensues, of course. It's just ridiculous. I'm wondering about this end song too, if it's a song of theirs or just something that they created for this, because it's also just really interesting, this little melody we've got going on here. Wow, that was so interesting. I mean, I mentioned in the last video I did that I've really never really heard Swedish music, and what I meant by that wasn't that I haven't heard artists that are from Sweden make music. I just haven't really heard any songs that have been sung in Swedish or anything like that, or Finnish or anything like that. The closest I would say is there's some songs from Alan Wake that are kind of Scandinavian in origin that get sung in that, and they are fantastic. I do really enjoy those songs, and that's the closest I've ever heard to music sung in Swedish. But it's actually really interesting. I mean, I may have to dive down deeper into the kind of Scandinavian music rabbit hole, because it's something I've never really looked into. And I know, again, there's a lot of groups that have come from there to North America and made their name, like ABBA, for example. And I adore ABBA's music. I mean, my grandparents are actually here now, and my grandmother is a huge ABBA fan, like one of the biggest ABBA fans. So I grew up listening to it, and I love ABBA. I love that kind of style. And I'm starting to really love KAJ as well. Like, really interesting style to them. I love the comedic nature of the way that they're doing everything. like not taking themselves too seriously, just having fun with it, and also just fantastic voices and fantastic melodies. Like, they obviously have a really strong grasp of music creation to be able to come up with interesting melodies like this. Like here, they're at the same time emulating kind of 80s style pop rock as well as emulating kind of J-pop at the same time, and it works for both. Like, it has that 80s feel at some parts, and other parts it has that like Japanese feel. And just the idea that a group like this, a comedic group from a Scandinavian country, is able to nail, like completely nail the J-pop feel is just really interesting. It's something I've never seen before, and honestly, I would like to see more of things like this because it's really interesting and really cool. It was just a fantastic song too, really catchy. Like, I'll be adding this to my playlist, and I'll just be walking around the streets of Canada, bopping to some KAJ, some potato not kako. Like, it's really cool, really interesting song. But anyways, thanks for hanging out and watching my reaction, and make sure you hit the like button and subscribe because it helps the channel so much, and it'll let me continue to do stuff like this in the future. So thank you. But until next time, later days, folks.